Laura Jane Seaman, a loving mother of 5, made a heart-wrenching plea. "I have 5 babies at home. Please don't let me die," just moments before her life was tragically ended. The 36-year-old died just days before Christmas in 2022 after delivering her 5th child, a death that an inquest later deemed avoidable due to neglect during her treatment at Broomfield Hospital in Essex. Ms. Seaman's childbirth was reported to be straightforward, and in the hours following her delivery, she seemed to be in good health. Her mother, Sarah, reminisced about how her daughter successfully breastfed her newborn son and was looking forward to leaving the hospital. "We were planning to have a McDonald's breakfast. That's what she did after every birth," Sarah recalled, reflecting on a moment that should have been filled with joy and celebration. Tragically, the situation worsened when Ms. Seaman unexpectedly started to feel unwell. She expressed her worries, telling her mother and medical staff, "I'm not right. I feel like I'm gushing." Despite being at high risk for postpartum hemorrhage, her condition wasn't appropriately escalated. Instead of receiving critical assistance, she was treated for dehydration and given a biscuit, an incredibly insufficient response considering the severity of her symptoms. Her vital signs were noted on a cardiotocography printout instead of the correct chart, which contributed to the failure to recognize critical warning signs. In her final moments, the urgency of Ms. Seaman's condition was apparent. She said, "Mom, I'm dying," and she repeatedly told the staff, "I'm dying. Help me," Sarah recounted through tears. Despite going through several operations and experiencing multiple cardiac arrests, Laura Jane Seaman passed away 2 days later. This week, area coroner Sonia Hayes ruled that Ms. Seaman's death resulted from basic failings to recognize a loss of consciousness as maternal collapse. She pointed out that the failure to elevate Ms. Seaman's care to more senior medical staff, which could have led to life-saving interventions, directly impacted her premature death. In response, a representative from the hospital trust conveyed their sincerest sympathies and condolences to the family of Laura Jane, and mentioned that the organization is focusing on enhancing training to avoid such tragedies in the future. Nevertheless, for Ms. Seaman's family, the admission of basic errors in her care offers little comfort. Her eldest daughter, Amy, highlighted the profound effect it has had on their family, stating, "At that moment, we truly believed, the staff, were doing everything possible." Initially grateful to the medical team for giving them a few extra days with her daughter, Sarah now feels heartbroken over the treatment Laura Jane received. Amy, now 20, along with her younger siblings, must find a way to carry on without their amazing mom, whom she remembers as loving, joyful, and always cheerful. "It's felt empty without her," Amy expressed, struggling to articulate the void left by her mother's departure. She particularly mourned for her younger siblings, who might hold only faint recollections of their mother, and for her teenage sisters who are growing up without the nurturing and guidance that Laura Jane would have provided. Laura Jane Seaman was not merely a mother. She was a nurturing soul whose commitment to helping others reached far beyond her immediate family. She worked with adults with learning disabilities, volunteered to support rough sleepers, and even prepared meals for local families in need during the pandemic. Her mother, Sarah, described her daughter's generous character and profound love for her children, calling her a natural mother, devoted to her family and community. Camilla Brown, a solicitor from Lee Day who assisted the family during the inquest, referred to Ms. Seaman's case as one of the most troubling she had witnessed, underscoring the significant amount of failings in providing basic care. Brown expressed her disquiet about the current state of maternity services, asserting that these kinds of tragedies are not isolated occurrences. "The maternity crisis is alarming," she stated, stressing the urgent need for fundamental care practices such as monitoring vital signs, documenting them accurately, and escalating care when appropriate. Diane Sarkar, Chief Nursing and Quality Officer for Mid and South Essex NHS Foundation Trust, recognized the coroner's conclusions and committed to applying the lessons learned from the inquest to further develop maternity services at the trust. However, for Laura Jane Seaman's family, the anguish of losing a cherished mother, daughter, and sister to preventable neglect lingers as a profound and lasting sorrow. We encourage our readers to share their thoughts, like, and comment on this heartbreaking story.